Hey Dragonlings, welcome on into another deck tech. Today looking at Mardu Midrange Venturing into the Dungeon. This was the deck that I took to Degenerate Gaming Open the previous weekend. Got 18th with it. We went 3-3. Couple matches were really close like you'll see in the upcoming gameplay. So there was the potential to hit into top 8. Still, I had a lot of fun playing the deck and it was really sweet venturing into the dungeon. Let's get down into the premise of the deck. The deck is primarily made up of removal, key creatures for advantage, and then our top end token development. Our removal takes the place in the form of Portable Hole, Meathook Massacre, Vanishing Verse, along with a single copy of Rite of Oblivion, Infernal Grasp, and Valky God of Lies, and that we can play as Tybalt or Valky Hand Information and stripping our opponent's hand of a creature. On top of that, we also have Skyclave Apparitions, fantastic suite all around, and on a further top end, the Wandering Emperor. This is going to let us do a -2 to force exile. Now, creature development is where we get into some really fun stuff. We have Triumphant Adventurer and Nadaar the Selfless Paladin. These are our venture cards. Go into the dungeon. Primarily, we're going to be using this to venture into the Lost Mines for scry, treasure development, a little life gain, life loss, and drawing a card. But there are times when you can force it into your others, such as the Dungeon of the Mad Mage or even the Tomb of Annihilation. Really situational which one you want to choose. Usually I end up going on the Lost Mine. Now from that as well, I'm also running in double Archon of Emeria. This is to slow down our opponents as well as make their land drops a little bit more trickier in that they won't have them on tap right away, assuming they're not basic obviously. We also have triple Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Mirror Breaker here, when it transforms into the reflection of Kiki-Jiki, really gives us some interesting synergies. We can make a token copy of a non-legendary permanent, so we can make copies of our Skyclave Apparition to further strip our opponent of key cards, or we can make other copies of Triumphant Adventurer to double up on our scrying. So either card advantage or extra removal. Really sweet in that package. I'm also running a 4 of Wedding Party. This acts as either card draw or token development. Kind of playing into that token theme, we are running Sorin the Mirthless. This will either be our card draw or this will be in to develop a 2/3 lifelinker. The Wandering Emperor also develops a Samurai, and we also have Loth acting as card draw or token development. So a lot of good ways that you can establish a strong board state, buff up the board state either by having a completed dungeon, so Nadaar kicking in to buff your board, along with the wedding announcement. So on a best case, your entire board is getting +2/+2. And you're going 4 to 5 minions wide, and you've already removed a ton of threats. Last in the main deck is Junji the Midnight Sky. This is in as a top end beater. It is a 5/5 flying menace. When it dies, your opponent either discards 2 cards and loses 2 life, or you can put a non-dragon permanent creature card from your graveyard into the battlefield in your control. Not specifically yours, can also be your opponent's, which is pretty sweet. You do lose 2 life, but you can take a key card from your opponent's graveyard or bring back something of yours, such as a Skyclave Apparition or a Triumphant Adventure, even Valky coming back. So a lot of really cool ways you can work on the main deck. Sideboard wise, we do have triple Duresses along with double Go Blank. This is our substitution in for against control decks. For hand disruption, we have Reckoner Bankbuster when we're in a grindier matchup and need additional card draw. Archon of Emeria come in when we are facing off against a deck with playing multiple spells per turn, so like Naya Runes or Selesnya Enchants. Brutal Cathars for just another way to kind of deal with the creature triggers. We have our Doomscar to act as additional board clear against aggressive decks to go along with Farewell, and sort of topping it off the Ace of the Forgotten Archangel. Really handy in a mirror match or against another mid-range list. Your creatures that die are just going to come back to your hand, and you're forcing your creatures that die to go into exile. Plus, it is a 4/5 lifelinker. I hope you enjoy venturing into the dungeon with Mardu Midrange Venturing. I know I certainly did. Be sure to check out the gameplay, and friends, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, the bell notification for more, and I'll see you next time. Keep believing. The colors, so I think I'm gonna keep. If we had like a wedding announcement, it would be really nice too, but Shay is not an early play deck, so I can afford to play this a little bit slower. And especially because I can now go into the Fable of the Mirror Breaker if I want to. Bankbuster is good. That's a potential target for us with Portable Hold. Great draw, great draw. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Bright Climb Pathway, and we're just going to take care of that Bankbuster right now. No card draw, no advantage. Now, depending what else gets played out here, we have an Apparition, which we can use on that wedding announcement. Ridgeline comes in. I could go ahead and play the Fable to get a 2/2, but dealing with the wedding announcement before any other token development is very strong. So we deal with the wedding announcement now. Deny any access to other tokens and resources. Because then I just have a follow-up into Sorin. And I can do like Sorin into Fable on my like next 2 plays. And if Shay wants to spend a removal piece on the Skyclave, we're okay with that. That's the less that's going to be on against my Planeswalker or my Treasure Queen. Shay doesn't attack in here. Rights is nice here. That gives me something I can do a little bit after. We're going to play this in... I already have a red source, so I can play this in on the black side. And we can just jam out Sorin. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a little flyer. So we can start putting pressure on. Now, Shay may decide to Vanishing Verse because of her mana that's open. March. March is fine. We're going to poke in for 2. Put her back down to 20. And we're going to go into Fable next turn. Meat Hook Massacre for 3. Kind of sucks, but not the worst timing for us. Verse is really useful. So what we'll do here is play this on the black side. Hold up our Sanctum. We're going to tap for white, red, and black. Play in the Fable of the Mirror Break. Get us a 2/2 to make treasures with and end the turn. We'll hold up Vanishing Verse mana. Now, if she wants to attack in for 3, she can. Shigeki, that's fine. Shigeki's not a bad resource for us to hit with the Vanishing Verse. You won't be able to hive right now. I'm kind of okay taking the 3. That being said, what we could do is eat the 3, then attack and make the treasure, sack the treasure to the rights, and kill the Shigeki on that turn. And then hold up the Vanishing Verse to deal with the hive. So I think we're just eating the 3 here. My turn. Another Vanishing Verse. Okay. That makes my plays a little bit easier this time. I'm going to just discard the land and we'll hit another card draw. Emperor is very strong. We could still ping in for 2. I wouldn't mind getting that treasure. And if I do that, I could hold up for the Wandering Emperor. Or we just kind of have access to, like, you know what, we're just going to ping in for 2 here. Shay's going to block on the 1/3. But we're doing this solely for the treasure. We're going to end the turn. Now Shay is going to have the option, depending on how mana works, to bounce the Shigeki and reveal the top 4 to put a land in. They cost 2 and to tap it though. So we'll see if the trigger goes on the stack, we can verse in response and get rid of it. But we never want to verse it before it's in. It has to be either tap first. Pass is fine. Only going in with the 3/3, eh? Okay, I think with that, then I am going to go with the Wanderer here. I thought she might have gone for the Hive. But that's fine.
I've learned much during my travels.
We'll take out the 3/3. Gain a couple life.
Almost sad to see you go.
We doing it. So we don't do any other responses, right? I don't want Shigeki to try to do its ability. I want to wait till it does its ability stack. So we're going to say my turn. Hey, Shasta, what's going on? Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing good, friend. So Fable's going to come in here. We're going to get a Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, which I can start using to make tokens of my good friend here. That being said, Haunted Ridgeline, I'm going to go ahead and +1 up. We're going to target the Goblin Shaman. Marching on my Reflection is fine. I'm okay with that.
We've got the edge in this fight.
And we're just going to go ahead and poke for 3. Doesn't have enough mana for Vanishing Verse. We'll get another treasure here. And we'll see if Shigeki blocks. Shigeki trigger on the stack. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Didn't hit a land. That's 1, and the other 3 go. Sure. I'm okay with that. So when Shigeki comes in, we can hold the verse and just deal with it now. We also have like the right still, so we're in a really nice spot. We have treasure generation, +1/+1, able to exile. We can even make a 2/2 if we want to. Okay. What is Shay gonna do? Are you gonna Hive, Shay? Oh, you're replaying Shigeki. Okay. So I think at this point we're probably gonna verse and kill exile Shigeki. So Shigeki's ability can't be activated because it has to tap, right? So Shigeki's gone. It's good for us. There is 4 mana open for the Hive to act as a blocker, so we're going to +1 the Wanderer on our turn and make our Goblin token a 4/4. Now if we drew into a Lolth or a Sorin, it'd be really good for us. I will take that Fable though. So we're going to wait to play that. We're just going to go for this first. Make this a 4/4.
I have got new moves to teach you.
We'll tack in. The Wandering Emperor is fine.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with
So
me.
she's going to force the exile here. That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and Rites of Oblivion. Sacrificing a treasure. Then that exiles the Wanderer entirely. Now what I can also do here is just play out my Fable to get another 2/2. And we still have a Vanishing Verse up, in case Shay decides to try to hit in with the Hive to steal our rights. Binding is also a thing. You're going to hit my enchantment. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Buff up our little dude. Go face.
Remember your training.
I'm not going to play out my land. I want Shay to think that I have like other cards and removals in hand. Shay's deck is doing some cool. Ooh, another bindings. Yikes. Okay. I think she hits the Wanderer this time. Yep, that's fine.
Years of training. For this?
Alright, another Wanderer is really good here. I could use the rights to get rid of one of those. I don't think I want to, though. I think we're just going to attack in and hit for 3. So look at a forest. There's no creatures on board. There's no Death Touch availability. I don't really want the Hive to be able to attack to steal my rights, so as soon as it gets animated, I'm just going to Vanishing Verse it. Okay, then we're going to flash in our Emperor here.
Now you've done it.
And I'm going to make a 2/2.
Guards, to me.
We're going to go ahead and +1. Give the Samurai first strike and +1, make it a 3/3.
Show them how.
And we're going to push in 6 damage. Hive activates, that's fine. We're going to go to Vanishing Verse the Hive. That's dealt with Hive, we push in 6. We can end the turn now. We get in there, we get in there. Wandering Emperor, sure, that'll exile our 3/3. Yep. Now we can rights and get rid of the Emperor.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Edgar! Alright, well, that changes things a little bit. Edgar is more of a problem. So, we're gonna get rid of Edgar. I'm gonna make a Samurai here.
We must
And we kill the Emperor.
I'm never
End the
done
turn.
for good.
Okay. We're holding. Shay's gotten some power out though. A massacre. Alright. Yeah, that works. We get a Hive here. So what we're gonna do is animate Cave. We just have a lot of treasure, right? We plus up the Cave, we'll attack for 4.
We've got the edge of this fight.
Again, just keeping lands in hand so Shay thinks we have like answers. If I had to guess, 1, 2, 3, that might be a Shigeki to channel. So currently Shigeki's and you can return target non-legendary. The non-legendary permanent, so she could go get a Bindings. So let's Cave up again. +1 our Emperor. Make this a 5.
Strike fast and strike.
Swing in. And play in a Wedding Announcement. We'll get a 1/1. Spider Queen. Yup. Yup. That checks.
You could have such power.
2 Menaches. Okay, so you've got 2 Menaches up. We're gonna play in a land for sure. I'm gonna make this flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do that as well.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
We're just gonna push damage to face and force the blocks. Now both will go to 2 here. We lose a life, and that's fine.
And I, the generous one.
We get a card draw. Another land, not really what I need, but that's okay. We hold up the removal in hand. We play a land next turn. Nothing on board. We should be able to animate both Hive and Cave and attack in for lethal. Another Lulth. Sure. See, what I would have done with Shay there is I would have plus the Lulth. The card draw is still beneficial there.
Do what I demand.
I'm not sure she'll attack here. I don't think it's worth it, personally. But we'll see. Either way, we're going to be Infernal Grasping. She doesn't. Okay, that's fine. We're going to just kill. Lose a life off of that. Loth will get a thing. That's okay.
So subservience will be
Sorin. I like Sorin. I'll have the white then. We're gonna animate. And do I just animate again? Actually, yeah, I think I do.
remember your training.
We just go face. And we're gonna grab a bindings here. Yeah, Hive's got Menache. Yep.
I will.
It's alright. Get another card draw. Verse is really good here. I should have held priority. I messed that up. That's fine though.
We will slay our enemies.
Invoke Despair. Yeah, that's fine actually. I have no creatures to sack, so sure. Then I lose my Planeswalker. Yeah, that's fine. And we just exile that. Animate our Hive. And go face. Have you Invoke Despair. Really solid game for Shay. Really solid game. Very strong plus land drops. I think I'm going to keep. Because I can deal with like a Rune Forge that comes out or slow down the spells if they have a slow start. I think I'll keep. If I like top deck a Portable Hole, chef's kiss. Let's get that Portable Hole top deck. We're keeping. I like hitting all my colors. Okay, tap land in is a good start. I'll take that. We'll sage you into Jukai. Kami, okay. That's fine. Another apparition is really good. I'm just gonna play my Shattered Sanctum and we'll pass it for now. Apparition and apparition is very strong for us. And the fact it wasn't a Jukai is good. So apparitioning into taking the Kami. I am okay with that. Missed a land drop maybe? Definitely poke for 3. Hey, white? That's fine. Now I could go for Archon here, take another beating. Or I could just go for Skyclave right away. I think I just want Skyclave here. Especially because then the Kami, we're not worried about any other further trample damage. This sets them back a turn at least. And depending what gets played out here, I could develop Sorin. I'm thinking it's probably Archon. Oh, no, Jukai. Alright, so Apparition on the Jukai. And they're gonna rune at speed? Yeah, that's fine. No blocks. Play this in like this. Like that. We can attack for 2 here. So Kami and Jukai are gone. Only 3 lands. 2 runes in grave. Next turn could be a safe play for Archon finally. This wouldn't be a bad turn for the opponent to hit a land drop and then play Showdown of the Scalds. That could be their play. If it is Showdown, then Archon. Oh, Commune. Okay. That's their only green source. They hit a land, so play that in as green maybe? Go into like Rune Forge? Yep, that's fine. So I think we're Archoning here. Loth is also really good, but yeah, I want Archon. Right, so they can't just play multiple spells in the turn. That's their only spell for the turn. Surprised they went for the Visitor over the Rune. They may not know what an Archon does. I might develop Loth here. Ooh, Nadaar's really good too. I can only develop one spell this turn. And I think I want Loth. Loth will give us board state and other blockers that I can work with.
Come closer, little thing, that I may see. My power is for annihilation.
I'm just gonna poke 2 in the air. And if they deal with the Archon on their turn, I just go Nadaar into my Archon. Touch of the Spear round targeting Archon probably. They get 3/4, that's fine. At the Jukai, sure. Room speed, sure. 4/3's fine. Rune, yep, it's fine. A lot of life links. Massacres would be really good. If I deal with this board, we're in a really good spot. So I think for the moment, I just want to stop the Jukai. I'll take the other 6. We'll get 2 more triggers here.
I would do what I demand.
And I can minus Loth because we have another Loth.
You win this round.
We'll play out Nadaar.
In exchange for
We're gonna scry. Don't think I want Fable. And then we play out another Archon. We say no attacks. So if I deal with these, I can deal with the tokens that my apparitions can have. Rune's fine. No other spells this turn. Land is fine. Play this out. We're gonna play out Loth again. Make more spooters.
I will come.
Attack for 3. Or well, 2, I should say, sorry. As long as they can't touch the Archon, we limit their play. That's their only spell for this turn. Boy, you want squats? Alright, let me get it after this game. Okay, Showdown. Showdown's fine. And I want to develop Sorin here. We +1 Loth, so we draw a card and lose a life.
It's good to bargain.
I'm gonna minus Sorin, so we make another token. We're gonna go Archon in the air. Again, Showdown's their only spell this turn. They hit 4 lands. Ouch. Adventurer is not bad. We'll do this.
Good minions are loyal. And
Make another lifelinker with Sorin. Play out Triumphant Adventurer so I have a Death Toucher. Gonna poke for 4 in the air. You guys, their only spell for this turn. That is a portable hole. Let's +1 Lolth again.
go on, run.
That's fine.
But
Portable
we will
hole.
catch you.
I'm gonna take the Generous Visitor away. We'll attack for 6. And end the turn. Kami is their only spell this turn. We'll probably talk Enuma. What does touch even do? You can discard it. Oh, it's a channel? That's fine. Let's discard Talking Numa. Let's grab Sorin again. Let's +1 Lolth.
My words are for
We are gonna play Tybalt. It's my Rune Forge. We're gonna go to combat and attack in like this. There's concede on game 1. Well, we have Triumphant. This seems like a good hand because we can get into on Triumphant and get into a wedding announcement to try to get some value. Opponent is taking the play, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play on the Shattered Sanctum in here. Games 2, I think it's gonna be like that Jessica game. Game 2, we're gonna have a good chance. And we'll play in Triumphant Adventurer here. And we're gonna start trying to adventure. So the nice thing is, Adventurer is kind of tricky to kill. They have to use like a primo removal spell. They can't just use a Vanishing Verse on it. Kaito. Interesting. Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and play in the Hive here. We're gonna portable hole that 1/1. We're gonna attack in and we're gonna go to Scry. Junji. I am actually okay with Junji. I like the Junjinator. So Kaito minusing down, the hole was a really good answer for that. Based on my list, I don't know if I'll keep hole in games 2 and 3 or not. Probably won't, but...
Now, what do we have here?
Discarding another Kaito, okay. Ah, third Kaito. Wow, they have 3 Kaitos.
No secret.
Making a ninja here.
Bet you can't catch us.
So I've got choices. Skyclave doesn't do a ton. I think what I'll do is I'll venture here. Make a treasure token. And I kind of want to slam down the Junji. I want to see their forced answer on this. Like, mean hooking I don't feel generates me enough value, to be completely honest. We have to take one. Super Friends is going to be tricky. So look at the draw without having to discard here.
I know something you don't know.
Yeah, so they have the verse. That's fine. Kind of figured he was coming. I might Skyclave the kite though. 2 open. Denying the Kaito is pretty strong for us. I think I do want to. Take the Planeswalker.
That's some serious counterintelligence.
Poke in for 1. We'll do the... Do I care about the -4 -0? I think I'll just gain the life, lose life. Giving that -1 is like -4 doesn't do anything. Yep, Grasp is fine. Yeah, you got a 3/3. Okay. My dude gets first strike on my turn. Makes Triumphant pretty good. Portable Hole on my Triumphant. Sure. Opponent missing land drops by the looks. Nope, I got it. 3 cards in hand. I'll take 1. Really kind of nickel and diming here. Verse is useful. I think what I'll do is I'll go Wedding Announcement. We'll end the turn. Okay, verse is fine. Now their removal piece gone. And only 2 cards in their hand. I would very much like my Triumphant Adventurer back, please. Cards in hand is 3 on flashback. I'd like to hold up the Wandering Emperor, I think. So let's go poke in to get a card draw first. Another Wedding Announcement. I like that. Let's attempt to play out the announcement. Announcement's going to be like board for us. We can end the turn. Now they've already... Otherworldly March, sure. Only 2 cards in hand now. They've used Verse, Grasp, Verse, and March. Kind of removal central right now. Our Triumphant's doing some cool stuff. We'll take 1. Fable's pretty useful. I'm going to go ahead and attack again first. That is a Valkyrie to turn into a Tybalt. I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to end... We're going to end the turn. Yep, Wanderer's fine.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Sure. Life, that's alright.
This is what you get for hurting my people. Show them how we greet our enemies.
I'd rather hit... Alright, well, that's fine.
You started.
We'll take out the little 2/2. Another token. Combat's over.
We're done.
Bankbuster is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I doubt they have a creature in hand, so we're gonna go Fable. We're gonna +1 our little shaman.
Remember your training.
And we'll end the turn. They'll tap the Bankbuster to draw. We're holding on okay. That's fine. 3's gonna go with the Wanderer.
I guess that's it then.
Samurai, sure.
May your blades strike true.
We do get the land here. I think I'm fine with Massacre going. That is a Portable Hole too. So Portable Hole comes down. We take the Samurai. We go to kill and get a treasure here.
I'll be back.
And we go to try to resolve a Tibble. They can't counterspell me. So what we're going to do is go ahead and... We could actually exile the Bankbuster, but if I exile that, then Hive just kills me. So I think we're just going to exile the top. Alright, we got their Lolth. Bankbuster draws. Now we're going to get a Kiki Jiki next turn. And we can play out their Lolth. So this is a good turning point for us with Tibbled out. They have 3 Lulls in the deck. Okay. If I'm opponent, I'm crewing and hitting it down. There's game 1. Opponent taking the play. We do have 2 lands, and we have Adventure and Verse. I can stick with that. I think we get a 3rd land and go into Announcement, and we have 2nd Announcement into Lolth. Develop a strong board state. I can get behind this. I can get behind this. Keep. Play this in first, right? So it's tapped. We'll do Haunted Ridgeline into Cave. Ooh, Fable's also nice. Tap Silverquill Silencer, maybe? It is. What are they going to choose? What do they choose? Dropping that Silencer's big. I would consider playing Silencer on our list as well. Silencer is good in a tournament, right? Because they know what I've got. I want to say they're probably picking Wedding Announcement. Rite of Oblivion. Interesting choice. We'll play out our Triumphant Adventure. Why the 1 Right to Oblivion, I wonder? Guess because it's the only thing that can target it aside from my Infernal Grasp? Oh, Trespasser. Yikes. Okay. Well, we gotta eat 3 here. Or not. Maybe they don't attack. They do. No blocks. I'm gonna eat that 3. There's our land. So we play this in on the black side. I wouldn't mind getting in the Fable here. My other option is I verse the Graveyard Trespasser. Well, I think we'll go to attack first. Scry. The Emperor would be better if I had a land. I don't think I can take it. Actually, we draw it and then we have Fable to draw in, so that might actually be fine. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it. strong start from the opponent here. Tapped, okay. Ooh, another trespasser. Yikes. So this would be 6. Are they only talking with the 3? Sure. No blocks. They want to keep that silencer up. I think at this time... Verse is kind of okay. I think I'm going to hit these two. Is this a Valky game or for Tybalt? I don't think it's going to be. That helps. So I could attack in, but then they just block. Otherwise, I Skyclave Apparition, take out the Trespasser, and discard a card. Might be fine. And we also get a treasure token up. Okay. I want that Trespasser gone. I think Loth will get me more value in the long run. Make a treasure token. I'm gonna see how they block. We'll end the turn. Another Trespasser. Okay. I think has to be this. Deny the attack. Okay. I can pretty safely block here. Another Vanishing Verse. Okay. Verse helps, but this is just going to be straight up to Lolth. We make some scooters.
Are you enraptured by my
Triumphant Adventurer
exchange for loyalty?
is going to attack by itself. Choose -4, -0. And I'm going to target that thing. I don't want to discard any more cards to Trespasser at the moment. Because we can just safely like block the Trespasser now. And Loth will get us some good advantage. Okay. So, we're going to play out the Sanctum. We're going to tap in our Sanctum, tap Kiki Jiki, make a copy of our Adventurer. +1 up below.
My hatred lives.
Get our triggers rolling. We'll get to draw a card. I think that's pretty good. And we're gonna scry again. I like Nadaar. I like Nadaar a lot there. And we're gonna play out Wedding Announcement. So we'll get a card draw here. That dies, I'm gonna counter on both.
My will cannot be denied.
We have some good value going right now. We're able to really get through our dungeon with our reflection rolling. Next turn is probably gonna... Ooh, Valky. Valky steals Nadaar. That's fine. Not that big a deal. I can verse it. That's okay. I'm okay with that. If I can get the Nadaar back, we could play it. Full in attack, eh? So Loth is dying either way here. No matter what. Alright, Loth dying either way. I'm just gonna let it die. That's fine. Damage not going in my face.
All of you.
I have like just enough land to do this. Play out Nadaar. My board gets big. I'm gonna go ahead and make a 1/1. I'm gonna Kiki Jiki my Triumphant. And I think we're just gonna go. I'm gonna put a +1/+1 onto Triumphant. And we'll draw a card. My opponent goes to 3. We'll get another card draw trigger here. Okay. We're holding strong. Ignition's a card. Yep. Okay, that's fine. You can have Ignition. Quickly. Why did that only cost you 2 mana? What does this do? Spells that cost less. Okay. We'll take the 5. Okay. Yeah, we just want to go down this way. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, because we just get the trigger. We'll make a 1/1. Actually, yeah, 1/1's fine. Each opponent loses and gains. Forces them to 8. That should just be lethal. I think that's lethal. Okay, yeah. Alright. So that's game 1.